What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Civilization 5 AI only world battle with the health and plagues mod. It seems that using shadow play has worked, and it might have even looked better actually, at least if you're watching it on like a PC and not a phone. I don't know exactly, but it looked a bit better. It didn't lag, so that's good. That is good. We've fixed it, so I'm going to be using it all the time now anyway. It is better, I guess. It just means I have to edit it a little bit more than a normal video, but other than that, generally I think it is better, and it was a switch I did want to make eventually anyway, because I do it for EU4 videos. I did do it for Civ 6 as well, even though OBS did work for Civ 6, but it doesn't matter. We're here now. Spain is struggling against Rome, which is sad to see, although now I think it's more of a stalemate. I think now it's probably not going to be so much of a... not many more cities going Rome's way, although Toledo maybe, possibly, who knows. But we're still waiting on Greece and Britain to try and change the outcome of this, which could happen. Also, I suspect Neapolis will go actually Spain's way. I said not many cities changing hands. Might see Toledo go to Rome and Neapolis go to Spain. Arguably Neapolis being the better city. Biggest blow for Spain isn't losing this city. This was just a pointless, they settled there anyway. But losing Ireland was probably pretty bad. Although, I mean, it's less likely the Iroquois are going to attack them now. Although they still have Iceland. So who knows? There is also a British settler, which I presume is going to settle in Norway to really test Poland's patience. I mean, they're just sort of a sleeping giant at the moment, just sat here doing what they want, which isn't very much. They don't want to do very much. They're pretty lazy. We obviously saw Chinook's capital fall into Texan hands, which is pretty big for Texas. Pretty big moment in the game. Also seeing lots of Texan artillery crop up, and obviously they drove Spain out of the Caribbean. So Cuba is now fully under Texas's control, or Texan control, I guess. Still no South American war. Brazil are throwing units very poorly at the Incans, and it's not going well. And Argentina are also trying the same thing, throwing units pretty ineffectively at Chile, and yet the Congo are still allowed just to sit here and be here. I mean, why would they not? It'd be much easier to take out the Congo, in my opinion. China piecing out with Mongolia. Persia piecing out with China. Mumbai is going to fall to Mongolia. Okay, Russia's pieced out with Germany, and Assyria has pieced out with Germany. Okay, so I'm just gonna watch this and wait for the city to fall. It's always cool when we can have the opportunity to see a city fall in front of our eyes. I think it's going to be in a second. Yep, there we go. Mongolia. There we go. Pretty cool. And the colours will change. There we go. So they just got a whole lot bigger on the map, Mongolia. They do now have a big northern or southern border for them with Vietnam. But for India, that leaves them now with what they have in India and the Arabian Peninsula. And this little bit of southern Korea, which was probably keeping Japan alive, because it does make it tougher for Vietnam. Actually, maybe that's a bit of an overstatement. Maybe not. Okay, Korea are trying to get this settler out here, I think, and Spain are probably going to beat them to this island, which will probably annoy the Japanese. I like seeing all these actually, that's not a good example. Trade routes between Hawaii, Indonesia. Just like seeing all the trade routes that sort of go across. So you got the Chinook all the way to Australia. Those are some pretty cool trade routes. You've got this one going in and stopping in at Spain while it's on its way in the Spanish city in Hawaii. Pretty cool. Vietnam just grabbed Broadway, so they're doing pretty well, Vietnam. I think they're just not focusing on a military too much. They're very low on units now. They're a failed invasion of China. I think they should probably take a break, have a Kit Kat, and you know, just take a break anyway. China piecing out with Chile, or Chile, however you want to say it. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's Chile, but maybe this mod is different. Who knows? Brazil are still fighting. Wait, are Spain and the Inca, Brazil and the Iroquois at war? Apparently so. Missed that one. If Brazil took Machu, it's going to be tough. There's an artillery here, which is going to hurt Brazil, but Brazil have the numbers if they want to grab Machu, and that would definitely solidify them being stronger than Argentina. We got our hopes up. There was a period where everyone was declaring war on Argentina. It was tense. It looked like we were going to get our big battle, but it seems maybe now we're not. Maybe we are going to be left with two South American B-listers, not A-lists in the late game, which is a shame, but that's how it has to be, I guess. Zulu, what's going on down here? Australia just pieced out with Argentina, but Zulu, Rhodesia. There's a Songhai settler down here. I don't know where that's going. There's actually quite a strong Congo naval presence off their west coast of Africa. Not so strong in the east, although these islands, maybe the boats are just spread out a bit more. In all fairness, you've got the Zulu and Rhodesia still behind. The Zulu are a bit better off, obviously, because they had this second city, albeit a citadel put down by the Congo to really squeeze them into a very small space. Songhai, are you going to do anything? Are you going to... I mean, if I was the Songhai, I'd invade Morocco or try and take this Greek city here, Abuja. Was this the former... No, this was a Nigerian city. I was going to say not a capital. I mean, other than that, they can't be too aggressive. Obviously, they want to get caught out by the Congo. But yeah, if they take Morocco and that Greek city, then they'd be looking pretty good again. I mean, they look pretty good at the moment, but not top-notch. They'll still be very scared of the Congo. There we go, Songhai and China. Getting a peace deal up. China's still surviving, just about. They've held off Vietnam with one city. But are we going to see... Also, look at the cities. Vietnamese cities starting to look very, very nice and shiny. We're seeing some skyscrapers in there compared to China, where they're still nice and oldish. Mumbai as well here, sort of pretty old-fashioned. They are starting to stack up, get a bit tall. Seoul looks quite nice. Busan, the Indian cities aren't quite as nice, but they are relatively nice. And then, you know, you look at Japan and it's still sort of not medieval, but later Renaissance times, I guess. Look at Hanoi, looking lovely in the mountains, the biggest city in the world, looking pretty cool in the just southeast of the Himalayas. What's Jakarta look like? Yeah, again, it's sort of oldish as Krakatoa erupts. It's not a good time to be living around here anyway. Imagine natural disasters in Civ. How cool would that be? Civ 6. Hopefully expansion will bring us that. That's my hope. Delhi, yep, that's pretty nice modern city. Persia is even further behind still. I guess that's just maybe not behind, it's just sort of the cultural differences between the buildings. The Middle Eastern buildings are different. Rome has already converted these buildings to be more Mediterranean-y. Look at Medina though, already skyscrapers going up. India have only been there for about 10 turns. That's what they want to do. I just like zooming in, looking at the cities. Rome still looks actually kind of old and Mediterranean. There's been another outbreak in the Songhai capital. That's not good for the Songhai. Right, as I was saying, they could do well. After we saw the last disease do so well. Not well, but obviously you don't want a disease to do well. But, you know, it spread very effectively. See, how's Madrid? Still looking pretty old and very random. Half the buildings are in a circle outside the city wall. Pretty random. London, still pretty old. Who's this? Greece has gone with autocracy, as would be expected. What is Austin? Even Austin, Texas looks kind of sort of pre-1940s-ish, I'll say, compared to maybe Vietnam. Even though Texas were, last time we checked, ahead. Where is this going? Could you imagine if Texas just invaded Spain? That would be incredible. But, don't know where this is going. This may just be going after Brazil, maybe? Maybe they want a bit more of the Caribbean for themselves now that they've got a taste of attacking people out in the east. Japan, you just gonna stay quiet. Okay, Korea and Spain are both out here with settlers. Probably going for this island, so Korea may have been a bit too slow. Just a bit too slow, Korea, but you're still alive, you know. No hard feelings. I'm just waiting for one of these big wars to break out. Like Spain v Rome was one. There's not been too much action. There's some pretty intense fighting going on for Toledo and Neapolis, but that's probably going to be about it in terms of city exchanges. I think Spain are definitely having a harder time Rome will definitely soon. They need to get it done quicker, Spain, because if Rome get Toledo, they will instantly throw their units back over towards the west and towards Spain. And since Britain and Greece have decided definitely, by the looks of things, not to help out, that's not going to be great. Yep, Britain not doing anything, just sitting there doing nothing. Just lazy, Great Britain. You just didn't want to help out. Did you? Yep, Britain did settle Norway. So, expansive stage for Britain. They've still got 2 more settlers. That's not going to cheer up Poland too much. But, you know, they've seemed pretty passive. I think everyone's safe from Poland at the moment. They don't seem to be doing too much. Will they ever grab Novgorod and connect St. Petersburg with Gdansk? Unlikely. They must want Moscow, surely. These guys, I mean, it's not like these guys are friends. They've not got open borders or anything. Russia, they're just staying very quiet. And Poland would win. It would be a grind, but they would win. Maybe they're just scared of Greece and Germany. I don't know. I don't know why the AI is not being so aggressive. It was so aggressive at the start as well, this campaign, and now it's just sort of died out. It's still very interesting. It's very unsure of what is to happen in the future, but at the moment we're going through a stale period where Spain v Rome is the only war of importance. I mean, there is these wars, but I don't think any city's going to fall in South America anytime soon. So we'll ignore that, and obviously whatever Texas are doing, I'm just too lazy to check who they're at war with. Korea are going to settle this island. They've just decided, nope, Spain can have that one. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty peaceful, except what's going on down here. So that's what I'm going to focus on, Toledo and Neapolis. And we'll see what happens. There is a Roman Lancer ready to... Oh, no. Argentina v Korea. Oh, I thought we were going to see a good war. Argentina, you trolled me. I thought we were going to see something... Okay, that is slightly more interesting, Japan. After being so... Korea just pieced out with Vietnam, too. So if Korea settled this island, I could definitely see Japan going and trying to take it a few turns later. It's quite likely. Are you guys at war? No, just checking. Of course, I see the Iroquois settling a lot of cities in between the gaps, just in the tundra, which is worthwhile when you think about it, because if the cities can't really grow, obviously you're sort of guaranteed like 1-2 production. You may as well have a few extra cities. I may have to move this guy pretty soon. That's not good. You have to sail it around the world. There's no more ice sheets either, which kind of sucks. Actually, I could probably stick it down here. That means opening the in-game editor, which takes time, and I won't be able to do now. Or I can just sail it round, which would very... I'm still at war with the Huns, by the way. I had to destroy some of their units so that I could move them at the start of the game, and as a result, they won't give me a peace deal. Attila's very aggressive, so we've been at war for over... I think, did it start 4000 BC? So, or 2000? I don't know, but like over 4000 years of war between the two of us. How can Carthage's turn take so long? They're dead. Like, seriously? I mean, look, their war elephant is just walking through Persia. They're probably trying to establish open borders with Assyria. That is why it takes so long. But there we go. Rome did take Toledo. So Rome, so far, have been much more successful than Spain have in this war. And I mean, if they can hold on to Neapolis now, then yes, definitely Rome in a stronger spot than they were when the war broke out. And Spain, much weaker. Well, not much weaker. Not too much difference. They haven't lost any big cities. Toledo was a good city in terms of their sort of political strength. But other than that, that's probably about it. Maya and Morocco piecing out. Brazil are still trying their hardest, but it's not going their way. I think Texas were just reinforcing in case Spain came after it. But Spain very much preoccupied. The Incans are still surviving. Chile is in the yellow. Maybe, just maybe, if Argentina took the Chilean capital, then the things in South America changed dramatically, in my opinion. I know you guys will still tell me Brazil is much stronger. Probably are. But, you know, it just shows us the Argentinian AI is a bit smart. I mean, Brazil is just pouring units into attacking the Incans. I mean, look at this, okay? Sitting units here to get bombarded by the city is not clever when you're nowhere near the city. I mean, these mountains aren't going to disappear, Brazil. They're there forever. But, okay, Argentina are actually maybe struggling a bit more. Chile just holding off. Those frigates off the coast are helping tremendously. Argentina, no navy at all to help out. They've got one Galeas. And they have open borders with the Congo, so it's not like they don't have a navy. They could go around there and try and destroy the Chilean boats. Couldn't if they wanted to, is what I mean. Inca peaced out with Rome. It's a random war that broke out a few turns ago. Britain going to settle anywhere else? They've got all these... Could you imagine if Britain settled somewhere like here? Which is still technically possible. You wouldn't get many tiles, but it is still possible. Ideology... Yep, Brazil, autocratic. No surprises. They've got another settler up here. They've got another one here, another one here. 4 British settlers. It's probably a bit too late. There's not too much land left in... Oh, Rome nearly took this city as well, but they have failed. And Neapolis is also not going to fall, I don't think now. I think Rome are too strong. There's not enough Spanish units. If these Spanish units weren't attacked, then maybe... Because Rome have burnt out most of their units too. In all fairness, there's a few frigates off of this city in southern Italy. That's about it. And also a lot of Rome strength. Maybe some more bigger Roman navy appearing up here off the coast of the Netherlands and Belgium. It's getting exciting again. I mean, not exciting. I just don't know what's going to happen next. I think that's the thing. Like... Surely, Greece invading Spain, Rome would be big. Like, surely the AI's got to think this would work. Look how many frigates they have. I mean, I know Rome in some areas are more advanced, but there's no doubt Greece would win. They would take Toledo. They'd probably have some success in North Africa. They'd probably take that the former Spanish city in southern Italy, and then Rome itself would probably fall even into Greece's hands. Greece could definitely inflict some big damage, but they're just sitting here like, nope. You know what? Even against Assyria. Should that be even... Syria are pretty strong. Rome has grabbed the Louvre. So, it's a bit random. You know, not in Paris, but in Rome instead. Rome very cultured, obviously, in this game. Maybe that's why they're not being so aggressive. Mongolia just... Good job, Mongolia. You took Mumbai, you've taken Shanghai. You lost a few cities in the game, overall. But generally, Mongolia, you've been pretty impressive. You've got a big chunk of land for yourself. Well done. I mean, you're in the desert, which doesn't help. You know, you're probably... It's the only reason they're not as strong as someone like Russia, who have less cities. Because Russia just in a better spot. Poland, what are you doing? Come on, it's your turn now. Oh, man. Come on, I just want someone to declare some sort of war. There is a disease in sub-Saharan Africa, I should bear in mind. It's not helping the Songhai out. Congo have finally given up. Sorry, just yawned. Congo have given up on Persia by the looks of things. It's finally coming up. Ooh, this is juicy. Maybe we'll see Congo Songhai soon, which will make things really interesting. Because the other civs will have to start doing stuff if they want to win. Texas grabbed the Prora. No idea what that is, but it's my knowledge of wonders right there. Because I usually just go for the same ones. Yeah, yes, Texas with Prora. Okay, Korea settled here and Spain settled here. Japan are going to go and attack the Korean island. Probably take it for themselves. So good job. Is this... Because it's Tojo, but in Civ 6 the leader is Hojo. Am I right? Yeah, it's Hojo. But in this it's Tojo. Differently, I don't know if they're different or the same guy or what, but yeah. Oh, look at India building up a nice little force out here in the edge of the Persian Gulf and in the mainland. They just settled their 3rd city in India. It's probably a smart move. Just so they could build some more boats. That's probably why they've done it. Maybe it would have, and they... Oh, look at India getting brave. I don't know how long that's been there, but slapping a citadel down to grab some Vietnamese tiles. Of course, that's not necessarily just being brave, stealing Vietnamese tiles. It was also going to give them control. It's going to be a good defensive position if Vietnam were to ever invade. They could stick artillery or something in there. Be pretty safe. Oh, Vietnam getting their unique units though. The Viet Cong. So that's interesting. That's an infantry replacement, I believe. Not a marine, but an infantry replacement. So that's interesting to see Vietnam starting to take a big-ish lead. Texas obviously still have their rangers and their great war infantry. No sign of regular infantry yet for Texas or the Iroquois, but the Iroquois are looking pretty good all of a sudden. They've had great war infantry for a while, but lots of artillery suddenly popping up and machine guns. So will we ever see a war between these two? Because it would be insane if we were. Sam Houston has just entered the atomic era. I presume Vietnam entered that a while ago, to be fair. Well, not a while ago, but recently. Japan are going to take Suwon next turn. City there from Korea. Oh, come on. Are you going to do anything, Britain? Are you just going to leave Spain to... You've basically just given Rome a lot more strength in Europe. Like, that is probably not the best thing you could be doing right now. It's letting Rome consolidate their strength. Rome are definitely sort of spread out very far. They are sort of the widest... Actually, no, Spain. I was going to say they're the most spread out, but Spain obviously having control of Hawaii and the Pacific are definitely the most in control. However, yeah, I mean, Rome are very spread from the west coast of Africa all the way to the Arabian Peninsula. It's a good spread, and then obviously upwards they go all the way up to sort of Denmark and Ireland. So, I think, oh man, I don't want to say I think Poland are going to do anything, because I really do think they won't do anything. But I think we could see maybe Poland, if Rome rebuild and get really strong again, like back to full numbers of units and sort of looking like Poland do right now, units everywhere. I think we could see eventually a sort of war for Germany, a team war, and then once whoever takes Berlin is obviously going to annoy the other one, and that might be the trigger for a massive European war, which obviously wouldn't be great if it was a real world, but this is not the real world, this is Civ, and that would be awesome to see. Incredible. But yeah, the game, by the way, is definitely going faster since I switched to shadow play. We're processing turns a lot quicker, so that's good news. We'll be doing it more often. All my Civ 5 videos from now on will be with it. Although not streams, as far as I'm aware. And yes, you heard that. I'm probably going to try and stream an AI only battle. I don't know if that's the first time anyone's ever tried that or whatever. But over my summer break, so come late July, so still a while away, over 2 months, but going to be trying to stream an AI only battle for a day, or probably 2 days or something, because I don't think I'll be able to just sit here for a day, talk, because that would be too long. But, you know, I'll probably stream for like a couple of hours, there won't be the breaks in between, and we'll just sort of fly through. There we go, Japan, very quick. Korea just can't win, can they? Took that, settled finally, and then they lost it. Japan grabbing another land. Will we see Japan v Spec? Japan should actually attack Spain. Like, honestly, if I was advising Japan, take this city here, Palma, and then once you've taken that, go after these 2 Spanish cities in the Mediterranean, in the Hawaiian Islands, and then all of a sudden Japan would have quite a big influence on the Pacific, much bigger than Spain's is, despite Spain being out here. Persia's still alive, surprise. Actually, Persia, they're in a good spot. It's very difficult to take that city. I think it took me ages to do it on the first ever campaign that is still live on this channel. There was some before, but they're gone. The Afghanistan campaign, which is in such terrible quality compared to the videos now. Like, in just terms of video quality. I mean, it's so shaky and so laggy and so gross. But anyway, compared to now, things are a lot better. But yeah, I did take Persia eventually. I remember I spent ages trying to take, I think it was Babylon, and I took it, and I accidentally, it was someone else had control of it, and I accidentally liberated it, and I was so mad. I just remember that was like the first time I raged at Civ. I think the second time we raged was when I was playing as the USA, and in the Pacific, I was about to take over, I think it wasn't the Chinook, it might have been California who was in the game at the time. I was about to take a Californian city, it had taken me ages, and Japan snuck in out of nowhere and stole it, and that was a good time. That was a good time. That was like a really good campaign. That was the first campaign after I sort of came back. There was the AI battle, but then I came back with the first time I was playing since my exams, and it's just sort of gone on from there. Really, that was when. Before then, I was just sort of stuck at 20 subscribers forever. I never went up ever. If I got to 20, I would get one, and then the next day I'd lose one, and it was just quite annoying. So I took a break from my exams, I came back just focused, and it started going better, and then now it's doing pretty well. I mean, we've doubled in size in less than a month and a half, which is pretty cool. At 282 subscribers right now. By the time this video is out, there's probably a bit more. I can just assume that now, which is a pretty cool thing to be able to do, to just assume that you've grown. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. As always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, comment, maybe even subscribe. Let me know which of the big civs do you think is going to trigger some sort of big event, because at the moment it's all staying very quiet. Rome and Spain is all that's really going on. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.